What's What's up? Hello. Welcome back to another video. I am such a fan of glitched out. I don't know what I'd love to do. I guess I'll be doing, what if Deku had Gaster's abilities, glitched out version instead of just normal Gaster, because we don't know his powers. But I'm just giving us the powers of the void. So basically, he can use these kind of soul energy powers, determination, justice, integrity, patience, bravery, kindness, and perseverance. No. This is not. Oh my God! Stop. Wait. Please take that away. I need to. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Okay, back to the episode. He can also create Gaster blasters. It's funny. He can create small ones or big ones. He can also create 2 giant hands. Like, at least 8 feet tall, the hands. And when he does, Deku uses his power. His pupils and iris, his right eye goes red and his left eye goes a light blue, a cyan. His left eye goes cyan, which is basically patience color, like this. The blue color, the light blue color, yeah. The 2 giant hands, yes. He can make them use any of these abilities. Okay. On to this story. Deku was born into a world of quirks. He was born with a quirk that didn't match his mother. Again. But they don't know that. I'll say 5 years later. Well, 4 years later. Deku discovered his quirk. One day, the sun was in Deku's face and it was bothering him. So Deku put his hand out in front of the sun. That's when 7 white hands appeared with holes in them. Each of them had a different color. Blue, yellow, red, light blue, orange, green, purple, and dark blue. Whoops, I forgot dark blue. Deku looked at these hands, and they all were aimed forward. Like their hands were sticking out. All of them were aimed forward. Deku put his hand out to touch the hands. 2 gigantic. No. He went out to touch the hands. That's when they all disappeared. Deku ran home to tell his mom what happened. I guess it's at the park, whatever. They go to the doctor. And he said Deku does have a quirk. The guy asked Deku, what do you want to name your quirk? Wait. Okay, he has called his quirk polychromatism. Sorry. I know, I had to search it up. I guess polychromatism. And that's the name of Deku's quirk. Deku is excited and he starts to walk home with his mother. Deku eats his dinner about 7 hours after the doctor's visit and goes to bed. He and Bakugo were going to the park tomorrow. He couldn't wait to show Bakugo his quirk. The next day, at around 11 o'clock, He and his mother went to the park, where he met Bakugo and his mother, and some of Bakugo's friends. Oh my god. Yes, and some of Bakugo's friends. The two mothers decide to go on a walk, and they talk. They tell them to stay in this area. No, they tell them you can go anywhere as long as you stay in the park. They say okay. Bakugo starts to use his quirk. As they all start to follow Bakugo, so does Midoriya. Midoriya follows with them. Until they reach a fence. Bakugo breaks down the fence with his other friends. And they keep going until they meet some sort of log bridge to get across to the other side. And they all start walking across the log until Bakugo slips and falls. Midoriya sticks out his hand as this light blue one appears. And it sends out a little kind of blue tentacle, and it wraps around Bakugo. Midoriya looks at the hand as he starts to kind of move, think about what the hand's gonna do. The hand starts to pull Bakugo back as it saves him. Midoriya makes the hand disappear. They all look at Midoriya, wowed. That's when Midoriya realizes, wait, I gotta tell him about my quirk. Deku tells him about his new quirk. He calls it polychromatism. I know, it's like a special move of Gaster, but this is the only good name I can think of that came from Gaster. So, yeah. They all continue their journey. Bakugo's still the leader, but Midoriya's second behind Bakugo this time. Midoriya's happy until they reach a cliff. It's kind of like, it goes down for 20 meters, which equals 65 feet, and I think 7 inches. Because I don't know. Midoriya thinks of something, knowing that they can't get past unless someone had a powerful quirk, like Deku. Deku is about to summon the hands when 2 gigantic hands appear. Everyone looks at them until they both land on the ground. Midoriya moving his hands to make them land on the ground. Everyone gets on top of them. By the way, there's about like 8 kids, and they're all like in pre-K. No, kindergarten. Each of them are like 5. They all climb on top. Bakugo's the last one to get on. No, Midoriya's the last one to get on. Midoriya makes the hands rise and take them to the other side, where the hands land, but everyone gets off. Deku starts to walk away, thinking the hands disappeared, but the hands keep follow him. Everyone keeps looking at Deku to see his eyes glowing cyan and a kind of red. Deku's getting tired and more tired by the minute. He's wondering why until he turns around and sees that the hands are still there, following them. He tries to make the hands disappear, and they fade away. Deku falls drained of energy when the kids start to carry him. They all go on their little journey. 15 minutes later, they're on their way back. Well, they made it back to the park, where they were supposed to be, in that area. Right at the nick of time, as soon as they get there and start to play on the equipment, Bakugo's mom and Midoriya's mom appear, walking back and saying, "Oh, look at the little children playing." They're all having fun. A lot of fun. When Midori's mom and Bakugo's mom sat down and continued to talk, they talked for another 20 minutes while the kids played, until it was time for them to go. They made it back. They go home. Midoriya decided that he used his quirk. At least part of his quirk. Dun 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 dun. Midoriya goes to sleep and has a dream. He sees some heroes looking at him. Midoriya wonders why. He looks around to see his hands, and three sort of giant skeleton kind of creatures that are just floating out of nothing with the same kind of left cyan eye and right red eye thing. It's kind of like this, and Midoriya's like this. Midoriya has a trench coat and a black shirt with a kind of silver scarf and brown pants and brown shoes. God, it's so weird. There's about 5 heroes. They all jump at Deku. Deku sticks his hand out, and one of the giants' hand appear. But instead of having like a red or blue, it has a green color. And it creates a kind of skinny oval shield around the hand. When the hero lands, the shield kind of cracks. Midoriya's like, so this is what heroes are like. He sticks out his other hand, and another one of the big hands appear, but it has red, and it blasts. It has a kind of black inglow, but a red outglow. It's black on the inside, but has a red outglow. The hero manages to dodge. One of the heroes, All Might, punches Deku's shield, breaks it completely, and makes the hand go backwards and hit Deku. Deku hits the ground and starts to roll across the ground at a very fast speed. He gets up. That's when the place turns into a city. And there's people watching. Some are standing in fear behind heroes that are guarding them so that they can watch. There's news helicopters. There's police and SWAT teams. He's wondering, what did I do to deserve this? That's when Deku wakes up. In fear. Shaking. He tries to go back to sleep, but all he can think about is that dream. He ends up staying awake that whole night. He manages to finally go to sleep when it hits 6 a.m. 6:31 a.m. About 3 hours later, his mom wakes him up, telling him it's time to get up. Saturday. He gets up, gets ready, does some stuff. It's fine. Fast forward 10 years later, Deku's gotten stronger with his quirk. A lot stronger. A little bit more powerful than Bakugo. He's learned how to use his Gaster blasters, his small Gaster blasters. He's learned how to use the hands, the small hands, and the big hands. He's also learned how to use his big Gaster blaster, which is about, I guess, I'll just say 5 meters, which is about 16 feet and 1 inch. He's learned how to use a lot of his quirk. So let me explain what the powers does. Integrity shoots out razors. Justice shoots out bullets or huge blasts. Determination does the exact same thing, minus the little blasts. It shoots out just blasts. Patience allows him to create kind of tentacles that make you have to wait and stay in one place. That can wrap around anyone. And if anyone were to move, it would burn them. Or it could slice right through them, like as if they were butter. Bravery allows him to create these kind of white dots around things. And when he uses the bravery thing again, and the things become orange and explode. Kindness allows him to create shields. Perseverance. Oh my god, wait. So basically, the purple one, I guess, allows him to like do the same things as determination and justice, but mixed into one. Yeah. Oh my god, stop. Deku were to use his full power, his red and blue eyes would merge into one color, purple, which is actually his special ability called polychromatism. So I'm just gonna change it to Chromus. I'm just gonna change his quirk to Chromus, I guess. Are you crying? Stop crying. Sorry. I better not start that. So, it's been 15 years. Bakugo and Deku are the two most powerful students in school. Bakugo still changed because of his ego, because of the kids. They saw him as more powerful than Deku. So he basically sees Deku as under him still. Yeah. And Bakugo also, wait. Never mind. Yeah, Bakugo's like really egoed, and he always tries to challenge Midoriya. Midoriya just refuses. Because he doesn't feel like battling someone. He doesn't feel like wasting his precious energy on someone like Bakugo. During class one day, Bakugo was fed up with Midoriya refusing to battle him. So, right in the middle of class, when the teacher talks about your entrance exams, Bakugo literally says, Midoriya won't even be able to pass. He doesn't even he doesn't even use his powers. He would die from those to those robots. This really pisses off Midoriya. But he just lets it go. Since he's that nice of a person. And he wouldn't tell it to your face that you pissed him off. So, Midoriya sits there as Bakugo continuously talks trash about him until he snaps. He creates one of his Gaster blasters and aims it at Bakugo. He tells him, if you say anything else about me, I will obliterate you. The teacher tells Midoriya, calm down. Midoriya gets rid of the Gaster blaster, and he calms down and sits there. Oh my god. Is Marco out there? Jeez. I hope you can't hear them in the background, because that's bullshit if you can. So, Midoriya waits till after class. At the end of the day, when everyone's walking out, he grabs Bakugo and punches him in his face. And says, you want to spar? You want to battle me? Fine. He tells Bakugo, meet him at the park later. Today. Bakugo gets excited and can't wait to crush Midoriya. And prove that he is the strongest. Deku goes home. His mother tells Midoriya she has a gift for him. It was basically one of his father's old clothes that he used to wear. I'll say his father worked at like a kind of scientist job. So this is what he wear, and he gave it to she gave it to Midoriya. Midoriya went upstairs, took a shower, there'd be no point though, and put the clothes on. He walked down the stairs and told her, "Bye, Mom, I'm going out." She says, "Okay." "How long will you be gone?" He said, "For a while." She said, "Okay." As Midoriya is about to walk out the door, he turns around to look at his mom. There she is, sitting down on the couch, watching TV, eating something, eating chips. No. She should be eating ramen, I guess. When Midoriya arrives, there's Bakugo, but with two other people. One seems to be one is a girl is flirting with Bakugo. Another one is a guy standing there, just watching those two. Midori asks, "What are you doing? I thought we were just gonna battle." He said, who said I couldn't?" Bakugo said, "Who said I wouldn't let other people join?" Midori has an angry expression as he creates, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 7 hands. 3 of his small Gaster blasters, his 2 big hands, and his 1 giant Gaster blaster. He holds his hand out as if he's about to make a fist before aiming his hand at the Bakugo. Bakugo tells the kid on the girl on the right that was flirting with him to do it. She runs at Midoriya. Midoriya uses his big hand to his determination smaller hand to send a little blast at her. Suddenly, she touches it, and it enters her body, and she sends a sort of blast out of her mouth. Midori uses his shield to block it. He uses justice this time to send multiple little dots at her of yellow energy. All of those enter her body, and she sends I'll say they're all I guess pink. She sends pink blasts back at him. Those pink little dots at him. He uses his shield again to block it. So he's wondering, I guess she has a quirk that she can absorb energy and send it right back at her. This time she jumps back to Bakugo and the kid, and he tells him to go. He runs up to Deku. Deku's about to use his power before the kid sticks his hand out, and a bubble appears around both of them. Midoriya is about to use his power again, but he can't. The kid raises his hand into the air as his Gaster Blaster, small hands, and big Gaster Blaster and big hands go over to the kid. Midoriya tries to make them go away, but they can't. It seems as if it's using his energy. The kid uses one of Deku's big hand to grab Deku and slam him onto the ground. Midoriya gets thrown into a tree, slammed all over the place, blasted, until the kid channels all of the Gaster Blasters, big hands, and their powers, other Gaster Blasters and small hands powers into the giant gas blasters as he fires at Deku, hitting Deku. Deku lands onto the ground. Before the kid gets rid of Deku's things, that Deku tries to stand up, but he can't. Some of his bones are broken. Bakugo walks over to Deku. Deku is mad. Before Bakugo explodes Deku's face, knocking him out. Okay, Deku wakes up in the hospital. Okay, that's where I'm gonna end this. Bye.